Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Enough fentanyl has been seized at the border so far this year to kill the United States population 5 times over, or Keith Richards once. The Weeknd turns 33 today. He'll celebrate with his far less popular brother, The Weekday. China has threatened to retaliate against the United States for shooting down its balloons. Across the nation, Party City outlets have been placed on high alert.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
It's a good time, and you might have missed it. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Burger Mania Week 4 hit Green Ridge in Scranton at the Boulevard Diner, and our boy Hoover was there broadcasting live. A one-of-a-kind burger in our competition, kind of like, think like a Reuben burger. Corned beef, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, Russian dressing. Talked to a lot of people. I stopped by, even though Hoover was hosting. I live right by there. So I went down the street and hung out for a couple minutes and talked to some folks who said the burger was really delicious. They were working very quickly and turned people over very quickly. So at points, there weren't lines early on. There were even empty tables early on. But they ended up doing 201 burgers at Burger Mania at Boulevard Diner. So thanks to Tony and Laura and the staff there at Boulevard Diner. They did a great job. And now we're on to week 5 coming up on Tuesday. Our place on 590 in Hamlin. That's right at 482 Hamlin Highway in Hamlin, PA. And Rock 107 going to be there Tuesday from 5 to 8. I'll be hosting Burger Mania. And they are doing the beef cheddar and pancetta patty topped with bacon jam on a sesame bun. At our place in 590, they mix a lot of that stuff right into the patty itself. It's supposed to be amazing. We'll see you for Burger Mania Week 5 on Tuesday night. Our place on 590 in Hamlin with Rock 107.
All have a set of guiding principles. The preconceptions and generalizations regarding fundamental issues of one's life and of the entire world. No matter where we go, no matter what we do, we tend never to abandon our beliefs. These are things Prospector believes on Rock 107.
I believe WBRE meteorologist Thomas Battle looks like a Satanist from a bad 1970s TV movie. I believe people who comment or say who under posts or stories about famous people you haven't heard of are stupid. Being ignorant of something isn't the flex you think it is. Keeping peanut butter in the fridge should be an imprisonable offense. You people don't deserve the wonderful goodness of peanut butter.
Well, now we know the reason he turned out the way he did. That was Things Prospector Believes on Rock 107.
Jobs and jobs and jobs. He's not getting anywhere, but he's always making jokes. He's always doing practical jokes to me. So I want to maybe set up like a fake job interview. His name is Jim. His roommate, Nick, put me up to this. Jim lives in Plains. That's where Jim and Nick live. So I called Jim and I pretended to interview him for a job, and I just kind of took it in a weird direction, tried to make him as uncomfortable as possible. Here I am pranking Jim for his buddy Nick's enjoyment.
Hello.
Hi, is Jim there?
Yeah, this is Jim.
Yeah, Jim, it's Ed from Pizza Palace in Wilkes-Barre. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I got your application.
Oh, awesome.
I don't have a lot of time to meet this week. Are you available to do a quick phone interview right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you delivered pizza before?
No, I haven't.
How's your driving record?
Clean.
Great.
Never even gotten a ticket.
Do you do drugs? Do you drink?
I do drink, but I don't drink and drive.
Okay. Have you ever been fired for anything illegal?
No.
How old are you?
21.
How tall are you, and what's your body fat percentage?
6 foot. I'm pretty slender.
Firm?
Yeah, I exercise.
Are you a gay male or straight male?
I'm straight.
Okay. If a male manager ever hit on you, how would you handle that situation?
I think I would, probably remove myself from the situation. Just
Why is that?
Not really appropriate to have, relationships at work.
So you've never carried on with a male manager?
No, I haven't.
Are you against it?
Yes.
Okay. If you have a delivery and the customer ends up being very, very attractive and they invited you in for a slice of pizza, would you go in and have a slice?
Probably not, right? Because that's against the store policy.
That's the answer I wanted to hear, but what's the honest answer?
No, I mean, I would just, I'd give her my number.
Let's pretend you did go in, and this very attractive woman puts her hands on your leg. Do you get aroused?
I really politely said, this was nice, thank you for the pizza. I really have to get back to work.
And what if they were a manager at the pizza shop interviewing you? Let's say the manager saw your picture on Facebook and called you and offered you a lot of money to give you a sponge bath.
So, is this really about the job, or?
It's about a job. I do have a position open.
As a delivery driver for pizza.
There's other things around the shop you could be doing to keep busy.
I don't really. I really hope what I think you're saying is not what you're saying, because that would probably make me a little uncomfortable.
What do you think I'm saying?
I think you are making a pass at me.
That would be sexual harassment.
Well, I think some of the questions you just asked.
Right, I'm just trying to see how you handle different positions to see how you'd react.
All right, I've had a few job interviews, and I've never had questions like that. I mean,
Are you shy?
No.
Do you loosen up if you have a drink or two?
Sorry, but I'm a little uncomfortable.
Okay. That's the answer I was looking for. You passed the interview. On a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable are you?
It's a 10.
Cut or uncut?
What do you mean, cut or uncut?
Listen, I want to put you in one more scenario. Let's say your roommate, Nick, wanted a back rub. Would you give him a back rub and a slice of pizza?
Who the is it?
Jim, it's Prospector from Rock 107. Your boy Nick wanted us to mess with you. Are you ready for that back rub?
Oh, yeah, not for me, though.
Northeast PA's Classic Rock, Rock 107. And time for a Thursday, this or that. Yeah, you got to choose one or the other. You need to know a phone number. So do you reach for the yellow pages, or do you pull out your smartphone or jump on the internet and Google it? How about it? You tell me. You got to look up the phone number. What do you do? Tammy on Facebook.com/Angry Prospector says, this or that, phone book, internet. What's a phone book? I use the internet. Rich, internet. As a retired letter carrier who delivered one too many phone books, I don't care if I ever see another phone book. Totally get that. It's a this or that. Ruthie says this or phone book, since it's this or that. Patricia, who participates in this every year, by the way, says, this year I'm switching my answer to internet. Welcome to the dark side, Patricia. You'll find it's very nice here. Rock 107 Thursday, this or that, phone book, internet. What do you do?
Yeah, I still look it up on my phone, on the internet.
There you go. You say, now, have you always done it that way since you got a smartphone, or did it take you a little while to get into that?
It took me a little while to get into it, but it's so much easier.
You can find any number anywhere, right?
Absolutely.
And then the great part is, what do you do when you find the number? You just hit the number and it dials, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is sciencey and wonderful like that. Laura says internet. Renee, internet. David, internet. The phone book goes from the mailbox to the recycling bin. A little this or that on a Thursday. Your choice. This, phone book, that, internet. Rock 107.
Hey, Prospector, I usually use the phone book once in a while to look up addresses and like that.
So you don't have internet access on the phone, so you dig the phone book out, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I love it. Mary, the internet. And Diane says, I'm still booking it. Old school. Chuck calls in and says, Facebook.com/Angry Prospector says, what do we live in, the 1800s? I use the internet.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A mom in Missouri went on Facebook looking to pay someone to hang out with her 24-year-old son who has Down syndrome. Instead, tons of people got in touch and said they'd love to be his friend. He was into video games, so a nonprofit got involved Saturday and gave him a new 65-inch TV. Now he keeps asking his parents if they're jealous because he has so many friends.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107. What's a yam bag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
Well, this is one way to keep someone from jacking your stuff. Police in Indiana arrested a 26-year-old man named Austin Bristow on Sunday for arson. They found him next to a 1998 Buick that was on fire. The strange thing is that Austin said the Buick was his and that he set it on fire to discourage people from stealing the stuff inside it, because if there's nothing left on the vehicle, then there'd be nothing left to steal. That's what he said. At one point, the fire caused a small explosion, and Austin told cops, "I hope the explosions would be bigger." So yeah, kind of a weird dude. It's unclear what items he was talking about, but the cops did find drug paraphernalia on his person. So in addition to arson, he was also charged with unlawful possession of a syringe, hypodermic needle, and a controlled substance.
Nominee number 2.
Doing what this guy did would have got him in trouble if he hadn't already been in trouble. Last Wednesday night, cops near Fort Myers, Florida, saw a black Mercedes parked on the side of the road and thought it might be abandoned. When they got closer, they saw 40-year-old Michael Serrata sitting alone in the passenger seat, and he was hammered. All of the cup holders had empty or half-full beer cans in them. There were 2 cases of Michelob Ultra and Bud Light inside that were torn open, and there were empty cans all over the floor of the car. He was so drunk he couldn't speak. The cops called for backup to help get him into custody, and that's when he reached into a pile of cans, found a full one, and cracked it in front of the cops. They tried to get out of the car while he was drinking it, and he fought back, so they tased him, but it didn't do anything. They eventually got him into a police car. He's facing charges for drunk driving and resisting arrest.
And the winner is
the drunk driver who cracked another beer right in front of the cops. Yeah, good move, moron. You're the Yam Bag of the Day. And we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Week right here on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.